Next up, hopping into navigation. So navigation, you're either going to have connected navigation that's built in, like what we're looking at here, or there's connected navigation. So connected nav, you actually wouldn't have the option of searching for any addresses and things like that until you activate the vehicle through your FordPass account. So that's new for the 2024 F150 as well, is you can no longer get the built-in navigation. So what that means is that after the year of connected services are up, if you don't subscribe or continue on with the service, this thing reverts to a dead moving map, where it essentially just follows you around without you being able to type in an address. But through those connected services, you would be able to continue to use this thing just as a regular GPS instead. And then you can just hook up through Android or iPhone devices to use Google Maps, Apple Maps, or Waze if you wanted to. But with the factory nav side of things, you could push this button in order to zoom out to a full screen, and it is nice and responsive. It's good. You can push this little button there in order to get to map orientation, voice. So if you wanted either voice or tone settings or whatever the case may be, when you're coming to upcoming turns, you've got that option of selecting whichever one. You can avoid things on the route. So if you wanted to avoid highways, toll roads, ferries, etc., you can show different things on the map. Trailer routing. So if you're hauling a trailer, there's some trailer route options available. It's kind of useful though, so you can optimize for trailer routing, so you're not going through crazy off-road terrain and things like that while you're pulling a trailer. For routing and map preferences, the big ones here are going to be, do you want the fastest or the most eco-friendly route? Dynamic reroute, if there's an accident, then it's going to reroute you to a faster route instead. Breadcrumbs is a neat one, because with breadcrumbs turned on, as you go to different locations, it's going to drop a little dot on all the areas that you've gone to, or your little breadcrumb, so you can see which areas that you've gone to. Let's see, nothing else excited there. You'll notice some things are grayed out, and that's because the connected services haven't been set up as of yet. But once you set up the connected services through FordPass, you would have those options available. Some more settings, which we've already seen those. Searching for addresses is straightforward. So you can search by GPS coordinates if you want to. You can just start typing in an address, search for point of interest icons too. So if you wanted to go something like Tim Hortons, so there you go. You've got a few different options that are available. So just going to select one. If your phone is connected, you could call, save it as a favorite, look for parking that's available. You can push this little button if you wanted to see different route options that were available. You could then start the route if you wanted to.
Please proceed to the highlighted road.
There we go. Then you can add in another stop. So if you wanted to do a stop along the way, to say maybe you wanted to go to a gas station first, whatever the case may be, you're just going to hit add stop, so this little flag icon, in order to be able to set up different waypoints along the way. Pushing this gives you the full route overview. You can mute out. So if you don't want to get notifications as a turn's coming up, you can mute out, or you can hit cancel there in order to cancel the route. And then you can quickly press there in order to restart it again. So you can restart, look at the end destination, you can collapse the map, go full screen again, start, or cancel it out. You can look at your recently gone to destinations. You saved all of your saved destinations, so if you've saved home addresses, work addresses, addresses for friends, doctors, whatever the case may be, you'll be able to look at it through that way instead. You can see what direction you're currently facing, and then what city you're currently in there too, along with your GPS coordinates. So if you ever get lost off-road, whatever the case may be, on your map, select through in order to get to these options instead.